what's up? It's Voogd coming live from the beaches of Mexico. I want to share some thoughts with you. I'm high on life as always, excited, energized. But I'll tell you, I get more joy now helping others succeed, sharing my perspective, sharing my experience with you than I do succeeding myself. And I just see too many people settling, too many people living with regret, too many people not traveling and maximizing this life that I have to say something. And the reality is most people don't expect it, and most people aren't around others who actually have already lived this lifestyle. And you're not getting any younger. You're not getting any younger, and your parents aren't getting any younger. I see too many people that don't have any urgency. They're going through every day doing the same thing, thinking, someday I'll change. Not now, but someday I'll live this lifestyle. And it never happens. Whatever you are now, you're 10 times more that in the future. If you're lazy now, you're 10 times lazier if you don't change your perspective, if you don't change your circle of influence, if you don't change your mindset and do something different. If you're frustrated now, unmotivated right now, it's gonna get worse if you don't change something ASAP. If you're not inspired, you're doing the wrong thing. You don't need inspiration when you find something that you love that's based on your strengths. You don't need other people to tell you what you're worth, to go all in on your passion when you know that's what you're made to do. So here's the deal. You have to have such a clear vision for what you want. You need to be thinking about this lifestyle every single day. So if you need inspiration for what you're doing, it's time for a change. You should want to go all in. You should want to study. You should want to stay up late because you have such a passion for what you do. And how do you find your passion? You figure out what you're good at. You figure out what's going to keep you engaged and fascinated for the next 3 to 5 years. You get around other people who have already figured out their mission and their passion and their purpose. And I'm not big on the passion and purpose because it sounds so corny. And honestly, I'm so sick of all the content out there because it's such BS and fluff and theory. I want to give actual tactics. That's, I think, the huge key here. Let's go back this way. So you have to have an ideal outcome. You have to have a vision of what you really want, because I didn't always have this lifestyle. Now I travel 3 weeks out of the month, speak in all different countries. I'm able to get amazing suites at different hotels around the world paid for, as well as my speaking fee, because I went all in on my strengths. But I knew when I was sacrificing, when I didn't have the lifestyle I wanted, I knew this is what I was working towards. So a lot of people are working towards, they're not working towards anything, and they're working towards mediocrity because they're doing the same thing every day. So here's the deal. You have to figure out where you're going, because if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. So figure out your ideal outcome and visualize, like with clear precision, being on the beach, having a lifestyle where you're not attached to the money, and money is disattached from time, to where you're leveraging your time and you're scaling your business. I knew my values were flexibility and freedom, and I love traveling. So since I knew that, I was studying every single thing I could on how to build a business on my terms that scaled. That's all I studied. I never settled. That might not be your values, but you have to figure out what your values are and go all in on an industry that's relevant to your values, that also complements your strengths. And anything that needs to be done in the business to move that forward, that you're not amazing at, or you're not good at, or you don't like doing, you delegate that. But I'm just here to say, stop wishing, stop hoping, stop separating yourself from people that are living a great lifestyle. I'm here in Mexico for another week, just living it up. Haven't been on Snapchat much, haven't been on Instagram much, just living it up, thinking. And I keep coming to the realization that you're not getting any younger. Your parents are getting older. You have to step up now, not next week, not next month, now. This is the greatest time in human history to build a life and business on your terms. But you have to dedicate yourself to what industry you want to go all in on. You have to make sure you define your values. You have to make sure you define your strengths and find an industry where your gifts will make room for you and you're gonna get paid based off what you're worth. I can't do that for you. You have to find that. It's on you. The more you need someone else to motivate you, the less money you're gonna make and the more frustrated you'll be. The more you could spark your own fire and motivate yourself, the better lifestyle you're gonna have. And I want you to be out here in Mexico enjoying the beach. And not just enjoying it, I talked to 3 or 4 people today while I was at the pool. And I said, rough life, huh? Just kind of being funny. And they're like, actually, I gotta go back tomorrow to work. He wasn't really enjoying today because he had to go back to work tomorrow. And that's almost worse than vacation, because when you escape reality because you don't like your reality, when you go back to reality, it's even worse. So you don't want to escape reality. You want to be bettering your reality, and you want to set up a lifestyle that you're proud of, that you don't need to escape from. But you got to get rid of some toxic people. You got to get rid of the people that aren't supportive of your goal, that don't push you towards greatness, and the ones that hold you down towards mediocrity. Get rid of those toxic people. Start visualizing. I mean, like visualizing having your feet in the sand, visualizing having a cold Corona, sitting on the beach with no worries, no stress, no bills due. Visualize that, maybe with your kids, flying, you have 20 grand in your bank account. If you don't visualize it, it's not gonna happen. Think about this. A genius without a roadmap is gonna get lost in any country. But an average person with a proven roadmap will find his way to any destination. You wanna get to that destination quicker, cut your learning curve in half, and find people that are already doing what you wanna do. Let me ask you this, why are you not making 6 figures right now? Think about that. That's a question you gotta ask yourself, because you could be making 6 figures. Some of you guys should be making 7, but you're holding yourself back. You're not asking for help. You're not cutting your learning curve by half by talking to other people. You're not getting rid of the people that are holding you back. And once you have the vision, once you know what industry to go all in on, once you figure out your values, then you gotta stack so many reasons that drive you, so many driving forces that spark you emotionally. What are your strongest reasons of why you wanna be an entrepreneur, of why you wanna retire your parents, of why you wanna be successful, of why you wanna inspire people and share your message and study and really be a game changer? You gotta know why, because reasons come first, results come second. Post below, I challenge you. What's your number one reason why you want to succeed? I want to know. I'm going to be in the comments checking these out, and I appreciate you guys. I have so much passion for people that are willing to change, literally willing to rip up the roadmap that they had for themselves or rip up someone else's expectations of them and create their own and write their own story. But that's what it's about. So I hope you really take this seriously, because now matters more than ever. Most people spend the first half of their life saying they're too young, and the second half saying they're too old. Don't be like most people. Let's make this next 6 months the best 6 months you've ever had. Let me know why you want to succeed below. I'd love to connect with you. Appreciate you guys. Peter Voogd checking out. See ya.